JaceWaltersRecreation here with the Young Art of the Bow Junkie Media at the NFAA National Roundup in Yankton, South Dakota. Here with Bruce Cull. Is your title the president of the NFAA or the tow motor driver? Because I just saw you driving one.
I am the president of the NFAA Foundation.
Okay.
Yep. Which is the organization that runs all the big tournaments that happen here at the center and like Vegas and all those.
Mm-hmm. Was the tournament numbers bigger or smaller this year compared to the shoots last year?
Well, that's a good question. Some of them were bigger and some were smaller. Like the national target is the biggest number we ever had. The national field was down a little bit. We've never had anything this late. And of course, the classic is just about the same. And the national indoor is the one that's very interesting because we're actually doing all the amateurs through a virtual tournament later in the year. Mm-hmm. So they were down a little bit, than what they would have been normally, but that's probably because of time of the year, but a couple of them were up big.
Okay. Would you consider combining national events in the future?
Everybody's asking that, and there's a very possible chance that some of them could be, yes. Yep.
I'm assuming you have shot a bow before. If so, did you compete at a national level?
I shot since I was about, how old are you?
12.
I get to ask a question there, see? I actually started shooting when I think I was 10, and I started hunting when I was 12, and the same year I started hunting, I joined the NFAA and started shooting competitively. And I competed at national events several times, yes.
Very cool. What rule do you get the most requests to change?
What do we get for the most requested change?
Yes.
Let me think. I don't know that we have a big request for anything except no wind and beautiful weather. And I think we had the good weather this time, but we had a little wind some of the days. But no, there really aren't a lot of requests. People have different ideas of things, but by the most part, I think most of the rules have been vetted very well, by all the members, and I think it's pretty much what they want.
Last week in Vegas, they had a football game and no fans were allowed. And this weekend, NASCAR is having a race with no fans and our outdoor venues. What do you think the Vegas shoot and indoor nationals, you think they will happen since it's an indoor venue?
I think both of them will happen, but I don't know how. And what I mean by how is, how they'll be configured with the number of shooters, that type of thing. Right now, there's a lot of restrictions on the big halls in Vegas. However, they just had a rodeo event in the South Point where we have ours. Mm-hmm. So, things are getting better.
Yes.
And we're hoping. We don't know if we'll be a limited number or just don't know at this point.
Okay. What is your goal for the NFAA in the upcoming years?
Upcoming years or year?
Upcoming years.
Years? I think the big thing we want to do is try to service our customers the best, which to me is always growing the number of shooters.
Yes.
Rather than, there's a lot of organizations that have shooters, USA Archery, ASA, IBO, and so on, and we don't really want to go after any of the other members. We want to try to get more members involved. So, I guess my goal and my vision is to get more people exposed to the games that we have so that we can just grow the whole sport.
Okay. Well, thank you for letting me interview you and taking your time.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.